Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So it is Tuesday, guys, and it's around 5:20, and I'm coming on because I'm going to be making dinner. Now, sorry about the no separate Vlogmas today again, because we were out shopping all day and just couldn't get it done today, but I'm going to do the what's for dinner, and I'm going to see what I'm going to do. Either I'm going to make something and extend it onto the what's for dinner, or maybe I'll just do the what's for dinner, post it, and then put something up later on for the Vlogmas. So the Vlogmases are just going to kind of come into each other a little bit in the next couple of days, because I'm just, Christmas is coming and I'm just trying to get everything together and shop, and I'm going to have to wrap and cook and bake and all that stuff still. So I just have a lot to do. So, but I definitely still want to do that for you guys, and I'm definitely going to make an effort to do that, because I'm still going to be making some stuff. I'm going to be making chocolate covered cherries and all that. So I'm definitely going to show you guys the chocolate covered cherries, because I promised a couple of people that, and I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah. All right, so let's just get into the what's for dinner. It's just me and my husband tonight, so I'm going to make a small chicken stir fry. Now I say small.
Can you make extra so I have one for lunch tomorrow?
You see why I can never make small? Because my son, my son who's not going to be here, he's going out, and he just heard what I was making, which is one of his favorite things.
Yes, why would you do that?
I know, so chicken stir fry. Chicken stir fry. So now, instead of making a small chicken stir fry, I got to make a little bit bigger so he has some for lunch tomorrow, which is fine. Because knowing what I make anyway, a small is a large usually. So and it's good for all of us to snack on or whatever. Anyway, guys, whatever. So I'm gonna be making a chicken broccoli vegetable stir fry with rice, but I didn't make enough rice really for extra. So that you're gonna be crap out of luck with that, because I just made enough rice. Because I always make too much rice and then we have it too much left over. So I just made a normal amount of rice, but it'll probably be left over, because I only have a little bit, and hubby doesn't eat that much. All right, guys. Okay, so let's get started on cutting up the vegetable. Oh, all I need to cut up, really, the broccoli is frozen, the mixed vegetables are frozen. I got frozen. They're frozen. The mixed vegetables are frozen. I have to cut up garlic, and I have to cut up a couple of onions, and yeah, and that's what I'm gonna put in it tonight. So, and I have chicken thighs. I'm doing it with chicken thighs, because chicken thighs are the best. They're tender, they're awesome. All right. So we had a very busy day out. I'll tell you what happened with my iPad, guys. That's a big thing. Just give me 1 second. All right, so let's get the onions and the garlic cut up. Let's do the onions first. Oh, okay. So my one went blank for a minute. So we went to bring my iPad in, and they tested it all out, and the lady said that they're just gonna replace it. I have a warranty on it, and they're gonna just replace it again. And because she tested it, and it, she thinks it's the charging port again, something, whatever. So yeah, so right now I have to be very vigilant. It's going to take like 3 to 5 days to get the new one, because they didn't have any in stock, of course. So now I just have to be vigilant with this iPad and just watch that I don't let it get down to a certain point before I let it just charge, because right now it's at 100%, because I haven't used it all day, but it's going to go fast if I'm using it. So I'm probably going to pause more than normally. Well, it doesn't really matter. You guys won't know the difference, really. But, yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to be getting a new one, thank God, because, I can't do anything without my iPad. My phone, I used to years ago, when I first started YouTube, years ago, I used to always use my phone. I used to have a thing, where I put my phone on. And then like, how long have I had the iPad now? Like 3 years, I think. I think it's like 3 years. Huh? The iPad, like 3 years I have it. Anyway, since I had the iPad, guys, I love it, and that's all I use. And anyway, my phone is on the older level, so I don't have a new phone yet. When I get a new phone, then I can always fall back on my phone. But my phone, you guys see when I do when I video, it's you can't hear. There's no, it's horrible. So that's I was like in a panic mode because I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna video on? You know, I have nothing to video on if I don't have my iPad. Yeah, so it's going to be fixed. So I'm going to get a new one, thank God. So I just have to be vigilant the next couple of days. The last time that they ordered me one, I had to go pick it up. They said 3 to 5 days, and it was in like a day or two later. So, no, I think it was the next day or something, right? So I'm hoping that it comes in before the week's up. But even if it does, I can't probably get it till Saturday because my husband works, unless it comes tomorrow, my husband works Thursday and Friday, and he'll have the vehicle, so I won't be able to really go get it. So anyway, let's just hope it doesn't. Let's just hope it stays good. So, okay, so the onion's cut up. So let's put the flame on the frying pan. Oh, shoot. I forgot about the rice. I hope it's not sticking. Darn it. Let's check the rice and see if it's how it's doing, because where's my favorite spoon? My white spoon is not in here. Where is it? I'll have to use this one, I guess. Yeah, see, I always have to add a little bit more water to it as it cooks. It's not sticking. It's doing really good. But, it gets a little dry, and I like it moist, and I don't want it to be. Yeah, so this is a good amount what I made right here. And I think, like I said, I'm sure there'll be leftover for Frankie to have tomorrow. Or for leftovers. Is Cooper outside?
Yeah.
I heard him barking. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water. And what I did, guys, was I put, just to give it a little bit of some place to go. What I did was I put a little chicken bouillon in it. I've been using that lately when I do my rice. And I add that to the water, and it flavors, gives it such a nice flavor. It just changes what white rice tastes like. I mean, even it doesn't change doesn't change the white rice, but it just makes it so much more flavorful, so good. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. So this chicken bouillon in the rice water. So let's put the onions in. And like I said, you guys know, if the recipe calls for 1 onion, I put 2 onion because we just love onion. And there's no recipe. This is my recipe, so you know what I'm saying. So I usually buy, you guys know, I usually buy the peeled garlic, okay? And what happened was when I had Julie's rehearsal dinner, I needed to have a lot of garlic, and I was gonna I went to Sam's Club to see if they had the peeled garlic there, and if they had it there, I was gonna get it there, in a big thing, but they didn't have it. But what they had was they had a big bag of garlic cloves like this for an amazing price. Like, it was like huge. Like, just for instance, that was in when was the rehearsal dinner? In October. And it's over December now, and I still have one whole thing left, and I use a lot of garlic. Okay, so when I was at Walmart yesterday or the other day, whenever it was, I saw the peeled garlic there, and I was like, oh my God, it really is. Yes, it's so convenient, and if I'm not in the mood, I'll still buy it. I'm not saying I'm never going to buy it again. But I was like, you know what? I'm really trying to budget now. I'm just trying to keep everything low. I'm going to use the garlic that I have at home that I know I have. See, guys? I'm getting better at that. I really made a very good decision. So I didn't buy garlic, but what happened was I went over to the garlic, the cloves, and I was looking at it, and I didn't see the big bulbs. I only saw like the small ones. So of course, I got sidetracked and walked away, and then never went back to the garlic. So I never got garlic. So I was like in a panic. I'm like, oh my God, I never got garlic. Like when I got home, I'm like, I didn't get garlic. I only have a little bit of minced garlic left. But then I remembered I had a big bulb left. So I have one of these left. So I have to run to the store and get more garlic because this is all I had. I have a little bit of mince, not that much, and I need mince. Did I even put any olive oil in this pan? I don't think I put olive oil in the pan because I'm cacaroning. Yeah, I didn't. So anyway, so what I was getting to was I'm gonna start I think mostly buying the bulbs again and just spending like a half hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is, and just cutting up all the peeling all the garlic and just sticking it in my thing. I'm gonna do that sometimes. I can't promise I'm gonna do it all the time, but I definitely want to do it a lot of the time because it's definitely more economical. And it's even more economical to get it at Sam's Club, but I don't really go there that often. But after the holidays, we're probably going to go there again. So once everything settles down and all of that, we'll go there again. But and then I'll probably get it there because it's worth it for me. It really is. It's worth it. And it's much more economical to do it that way. And I'm trying to be economical. I'm really trying to be economical and budget and really keep things at a low right now, as best we can. You can only do so much. You can't take blood out of stone. You can only do what you can work. You can only work with what you got. But if you work with what you got, then it helps. It definitely will help your bottom line. All right, so that's enough garlic. We like a lot of garlic, and we like a lot of onions, so that's what's up. So, Alexa, stop. Why is Alexa on? Oh, I set Alexa for 20 minutes. I set Alexa for 20 minutes for the rice, and I'm asking why is Alexa on? Guys, I'm telling you, the old age is setting in. Or it settled in a long time ago. 50, I can't believe I'm 58. 58, like almost 60, that's scary. That's some scary stuff. I used to always say, though, I didn't want to be 30, I didn't want to be 40, I was always having such anxiety. But then I realized, you know what? What's the alternative? If I don't turn 30, if I don't turn 40, if I don't turn 50, what am I'm going to be in heaven. So I don't want to be in heaven yet. So well, the alternative is not good. So I should be appreciative that I make the age that I make it to, especially considering all that's going on around us with people, I don't even want to talk about it, but anyway. So yeah, so appreciate, guys. I'm trying to be appreciative of my life, And on most days, I am very appreciative. But, everybody has a bad day, so. Anyway. All right, I don't want these to burn. I don't want them to get, like, dark, but I want them to get a little caramelized. I got to cut the chicken up. The chicken's not going to take long at all. So I'm going to put the garlic in. And then I'm going to put the other vegetables. Okay. So listen, there are a few things, a few people that I'm gonna do a shout out to. But just give me a few minutes and I'll get my head together and make sure that I have the name right and the names right, because I am very good at messing up names. And I don't want to do that because I want to do it right. So anyway, just give me a second. I'm just talking before my thoughts are fully together. So that's the way I do things, guys. You know that. All right, so the rice is doing good. I'm going to taste it in a minute. Alexa, set the timer for 5 minutes. It always has to cook a little bit longer. Alexa, set the timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Alexa sometimes doesn't really pay attention. She's sleeping on the job. Alright, so this, as soon as you start, like, smelling the garlic, woo! Oh my God, the garlic smells so freaking amazing. Then I'm going to start putting because once you put the frozen vegetables in, if they're frozen, then it's going to create a lot of condensation. Most of the time I put it in the steamer, and I steam it first, but it's been sitting out on the counter, so it'll be fine. I don't need to do that. So this is fine, as long as this has some caramelization on it. I don't care about the broccoli, you know, I don't care about the vegetables watering it down a little bit. So I'm putting a whole bag of broccoli, and then I'm putting about a half a bag of these mixed vegetables, which I've told you guys about. You know, I do an empties video, so I'm going to show you guys my empties, which means all my empties that I use, all that I prefer to use, I'm going to show you guys. I haven't done that in a while, probably like 6 months, but I'm going to do it again. But anyway, I love these vegetables. These are from Aldi, or I get them from Walmart. These are amazing. They're only, Aldi's cheaper, I noticed, 98 cents at Aldi. Oh no, I think these are 98 cents also at Walmart too. Yes, they are. The vegetables, yeah. But like the string beans at Walmart are like $1.19, and then I think at Aldi they are 98 cents, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. All these prices have gone down back to their normal, not normal, but they're back to pretty low good prices than they used to be. So yeah, Aldi's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to use these are mixed vegetables, as I'm saying. This I love to keep in my freezer, in my arsenal, because you can put them in casseroles, in soups, in really everything. So I love them just by themselves. Because these don't have lima beans. I don't like the mixed vegetables that have the lima beans. If you don't like lima beans, then why would I, you know what I mean? So I don't like to buy those. But these mixed vegetables have the corn, carrots, peas, and the green beans. That's what I like. So that's what I buy. So I'm just going to put a little bit more olive oil in here. And let this all, the broccoli is frozen yet. Once it softens, I'm going to cut it up a little bit. And I like to just add the mixed vegetables because it just, you know, it adds to your stir fry. So I'm going to lower this flame a little bit so this way the broccoli can cook a little bit, because I don't want the onions and the garlic to burn or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tin foil on it, just to like go over it, so that'll cook just a little bit. But I have to watch it because I don't want the onions and stuff to burn. Let's cut up the freaking chicken, So what was I going to say? Yeah, let me think in my head, and I'll do my mentions that I want to do. Cut the chicken. Just wet it a little bit so it'll stick. Because this cutting board, this one I use just for poultry, chicken, you know. The other, this brown one, you know, the regular one I use for vegetables and stuff like that. I don't use it for other stuff. All right, I'm gonna shut this front. I'm gonna put it on the lower flame because it's lower, and because I don't, like I said, I don't want that stuff to become burnt. All right, so let's just cut the chicken thighs up. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to cut up the chicken now. Okay, like I said, I have boneless chicken thighs. I'm going to remove that broccoli and then all that all those vegetables. See this, guys? I'll cut a little fat off. The rest I'll use as a piece. See? No waste, guys. I'm gonna take the vegetables out of there because I don't want the vegetables like getting completely dead. And so when I put the chicken, then I want the chicken to kind of cook by itself a little bit. And we like small pieces. We don't like big pieces of meat. But if your family does, you do what your family prefers. And that's the thing. You know, everybody, you can change recipes to accommodate what your family, how your family likes it. My family, we prefer smaller pieces. Some people like bigger pieces, and that's just the way it is. And that's fine. And that's fine. Alright, so let's bring you over here. Let me just wash my hands because, yeah, I'm washing chicken. And I know somebody will say to me, Linda, you touched this and that and you didn't wash your hands after the chicken. And that's not only why I'm washing my hands. I'm washing my hands because I need to, but you know what I'm saying. Just thought I'd put that out there. What? I know, I like to explain though. That's the thing. Alright, let me get something to put this in. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Alright, the rice is definitely done. I'm going to shut that off and cover it. Leave that like that. Let's give this a little stir. Where is the spoon? And see the broccoli is getting soft. I haven't cut it yet, so I'm just gonna see it's soft enough where I can do that, guys. Basically. Because again, we don't like huge pieces of broccoli. I like the broccoli florets though. I don't like, sometimes I rarely buy the chopped broccoli unless I want to use it for a specific recipe. But I like to buy the florets because I like the broccoli florets. But broccoli and the sleeve doesn't agree with me that well. So I used to eat broccoli like load up on. I love broccoli, but I can only eat. I find that when I eat a lot of broccoli, my stomach is not right. So I can have a little, and that's how it has to go. So, you know, guys. There are consequences to the gastric sleeve. If you know anybody who's had the gastric sleeve, there are consequences to it. There are good consequences, very good consequences, and that's why people do it, and that's why I did it. And there are also bad consequences, and that's what comes with the good consequences. Does the good weigh out the bad? I can say now, a year out, November, December, I would say I'm 12, 13, 14 months out. I could say now, I couldn't say this even probably 3 months ago, that the good definitely weighs out the bad right now. But I could, like I said, I couldn't say that probably till this day. The good definitely weighs out the bad. Losing the weight and feeling like I feel and how I like how I look and I just feel better. My health, guys, my everyday quality of life is better. So yes, it's definitely it was definitely a good thing, but it's not an easy thing. It's not the easy way out. When people say, "Oh, you had the surgery," a lot of people think it's the easy way out. You just let me ask you. Let me tell you one thing. If you ever want to find out, go to a meeting or Google it about what you have to do to have weight loss surgery. What you have to do. how you have to prepare. It's literally, for us, for me, it was like a 2-year thing, because it was like a year preparing because of insurance stuff and all this other stuff. Sometimes it goes quicker than that, but anyway, there's all kinds of stuff you have to do. You don't just wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm gonna have weight loss surgery. That ain't the way it goes. You gotta be approved. You gotta have this test. If I can tell you how many tests you have to have, you wouldn't even believe. You wouldn't even do it. Like, I did it. I actually did it because of my daughter, and I did it together, and she convinced me to do it, because I was like, no way am I doing these tests, because I was gonna do it like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and I went to the appointments and everything, and then I found out all the stuff that I had to do. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing it. But with my daughter Julie, she's like, come on, Mom, we got to do it. I'm like, no, I don't want. She's like, Mom, come on. And I did it. I was really pushed to do it by her, and I was very supported by my husband and by everybody to do it, which helped me do it. But if it wasn't for Julie, I would have chickened out so many times. Oh, I would have chickened out so many times. All right, so let me take this off a second, because I'm chatting. Let's cut up some more chicken, and then we'll put the chicken in the pan. But yeah, so I don't even know how I started. Oh, I was saying how the broccoli from with the gastric sleeve doesn't really agree with me. And my husband, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, and he's okay with me telling you this. 23 years ago, he had the gastric bypass, which is another form of the gastric sleeve, but it's more of an open surgery and all that, and it's more intricate. You know, it's just a different surgery. Anyway, he had that 23 years ago, and I've been always wanting to have it, but I was always so scared. I just let my fear take over, like I told you, and I would never do it. But when my daughter Julie approached me, we was talking about it, and she's like, Mom, I really want to do it, and I think you should do it too, and you know, about your health. And because I was so heavy, I was so healthy, and diabetes was just taking over my body, my life, everything. And so we did it, and I did it. I closed my eyes to the fear, and I did it for my daughter mainly, because I was so afraid, like I really was, and I'm so glad that I did it, you know. So, but anyway, Billy had it, so I've been exposed to it for a very, very, very long time, but I was always so afraid of it, you know. But, you know, so I'm just telling you guys, if you ever are contemplating doing the gastric sleeve, it's really, really not easy. It's a rough road, but I'm just telling you, you can do it. You can get through it. You can do it. You'll survive it, and you know, I mean, of course, I'm not a doctor. I can't guarantee anything. Your case is your case, but you will be thankful after you do it. A long time after you do it. Like, don't expect to be. Like, honestly, I'm just being honest with you guys. Don't expect to be, like, loving it until, like, a year or two later, because it's rough. It's rough before, it's rough during, and it's rough after. But when you get through all that stuff, you know, it was worth it. It was worth it. In my case, it was worth it. You know, and so that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to preach anymore about it. I didn't even mean for really to preach about it. I just wanted to tell you guys that. You know, that it's not an easy thing, but you can do it, and you'll literally have your life back. Because I know, as being a heavy person that I couldn't tie my shoes. Walking up steps was like I needed an oxygen tank. I didn't have one, but I literally needed one. Couldn't walk the mall. I had to ask my husband. We had to like walk, and then I would stop for 5 seconds, or stop for a minute, and then walk again, and then stop. I was so heavy, and I was like 292 is when I started. At 292, I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. So, yeah. So that's it, guys. If you ever have any questions about it, go to my email. My email is in my about section of my YouTube. You can email me if you ever even want to ask me a question or something. Go to there, and my email is there, and my Facebook is there, and my Instagram is there. So if you ever want to talk to me or whatever, like privately or whatever, because you can't do it on YouTube, go to my about, and you can do all that. Okay, so if you ever have any questions or anything about anything, even not even just about the sleeve, just about anything, you know, I'll be happy to talk to you because I like to talk. And they said I was shy when I was a little girl. They used to make fun of me, my family, because they used to say I would do this. I would like hide. I was shy, but you know what? I really wasn't shy. I just was inhibited because I always felt very insecure about myself because of things that were going on around me. And that's all I'm going to say about that. This is not going to become a therapy session or whatever. This is what's for dinner. But anyway, guys, this is what I do on my channel. If you watch me, if you've seen me, and if you are new here, this is what I do. I chat, I talk, I vlog, I cook, I complain, I spill things, I'm a mess. That's just the way it is. And if you like that, here I am. Create with Linda. And I create. And that's what I mainly do, guys. I create. I'm gonna get my husband to come over here in a minute and tell you something. I want him to tell you something. And it's not to toot my own horn, because I don't like to talk about myself like that, and I don't want people to think that I'm conceited or anything like that, or anything like that. But I want him to tell you what he said to me the other night. I'm probably gonna have to refresh his memory because he's whatever. He's getting old. But this exactly what he said is what I'm about. This is how I started. This is why I started my channel, and the feelings that I had for starting my channel and everything came from this one statement that he made, that he made to me. And I'm gonna get him in a minute and let him tell you. But let me put the chicken in so we can get dinner going, because it is after 6 o'clock and he's like gonna be like, "Where's dinner?" All right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this on this flame, because this has to cook on a higher flame. So I'm just gonna cut all the chicken up because Frankie is gonna want to have this for lunch. And like I said, that's fine. Let me just cut this up. All right, guys, I need to put a little bit of garlic in here, so I'm just throwing in a little minced garlic into the chicken. I just think it needs it. And also, I didn't season this yet. I gotta season it with garlic powder and onion, all my seasonings and stuff. The rice too, I don't think I seasoned. I don't think I seasoned the rice either. All right, so my husband's gonna come over here and he's gonna tell you what he said, but he doesn't want to be on camera because he's just tired and everything else. He doesn't want to be on camera, but he's gonna come over here and you're gonna hear him. He'll come over, but he won't be on camera, but he'll speak. Bill, come here. You gotta come over here. I want you to tell them what you always say to me about my meals and stuff, but just come closer without being on camera so they can hear you.
If they can't hear me, there's something wrong with my big mouth. I said to you the other day that I love it when you just create a meal out of nothing.
Right.
Those are the best meals, and that's what you've always done, is just create something out of nothing.
Because a lot of times too, guys, I don't show the things that I made. Like the other night, I made Which
Yesterday.
meal? Yeah, yesterday?
Yesterday, before we went to work.
What did I make yesterday
You
then?
made the pasta with the sausage.
Oh, he was like, I want to eat. I mean, I want to eat. He wanted something to eat, but he didn't really know what. And he's like, I'm like, well, what about like a pasta dish, you know? So I had sausage, half a thing of the ground sausage in there. So I said, I'll make you a little pasta dish. So I just off of a fly, and you know, I put garlic and onions, all the stuff that he likes, and I put the sausage in there, sauteed it all. He didn't really want a very big tomato-based thing because we had American tomatoes the night before, and it was a little bit hard on the stomach. Sometimes a lot of the tomatoes, you know, if you have a lot of it, it gives you acid reflux, and he's got acid reflux, and it also can just hurt your stomach a little bit. So anyway, he didn't want a lot of more tomatoes, so I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking to myself, what's the base that I can make this? I didn't have any cream sauce. I could have made it like a fettuccine Alfredo sauce, but then that's really too heavy, and he was going to work. He doesn't like to eat really heavy before he goes to work because he drives, and you know, when you drive, sometimes you get tired. So he didn't want that. So I'm like, okay, so what am I gonna do? I didn't have any like cooking wine in the house. So what I did was I fried up all that, and then I added some water to it. I put a little bit of the bouillon, of the chicken bouillon in it. Then I took a little bit of the American tomatoes that I had, and I mean a little bit, just a little bit, just to add to it. Maybe not even probably a half a cup, and I put that in there, mixed that in with that. I put a half a thing of butter, and then I used the pasta water. Guys, it was so delicious. It was so good. Like, and the thing is like, you know what really stinks about it is that a lot of times when I do meals like that, I don't write them down. I don't write them down. And then the next time, he's like, you make that pasta dish again? So I make it, but it doesn't always come out the same because I don't really remember sometimes, and I don't use all the same things. That's what happened the other night when I made that lemon spaghetti pasta. Oh, that was so good. I remember how I made it though. I remember the specific things that I put in it. It was so different from my other ones. It was my pastas are always, my lemon pasta, shrimp pasta is always really good, but this was amazing. And I put a couple of different ingredients in it, and I remember those ingredients, so that's what I'm going to do from now on. But I should really write these things down, like after I do them, because I never remember, and then I usually can't. I usually, you know, have a little trouble getting it back again, or getting the same exact thing again, you know. But anyway, guys, I just wanted you to know that that's the epitome of me, and I think it also always helped that I'm going to put this in there. Now I'm going to add this back to it, guys. The thing is that, you know, raising our kids and stuff, we had it rough. I mean, we struggled, and like everybody else, you know, and I had to come up with meals and just budget meals and all of this, and I had to, like he said, I really did at times have to create something from nothing, like literally. And I just became really creative, and not only that, I love to create. Loved it all my life, loved to cook, I didn't even realize how much I liked it until I discovered how much I liked it by doing it, you know. And so I really always had not always, but a lot of times I had to come up with stuff, and I was, you know, I'm good at that. Like, I was just good at putting things together, and all the, you know, I've been cooking for a long time, so that I know like what the flavor profiles is, and I think, well, maybe this will go with that, and it doesn't always work out 100%. Sometimes I'll make something and it's like, it was too salty, or it wasn't that great, or, you know. And my family, the majority of my family will tell me, so, you know, I'm not worried. I know, like, my husband, he might eat something when he doesn't really like it too much, but if it's something he doesn't like, he'll say to me, I can't eat this. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. You know, and even if he's nervous that I'm going to get offended, because I could be a little cranky when it comes to that kind of stuff, honestly. Yeah, I'm not perfect, guys. And that's the thing, you don't have to be perfect. But you can experiment, you can watch videos, you can take a little bit of information from this video, from that video, and become your own person and make your own stuff. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to mess up. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, so I just thought I'd give you a little bit of that information. Chatty Cathy today. Chatty Cathy. Alright, so let's just put some seasoning in this. We're gonna put some, I keep thinking I'm smelling, I'm baking cookies in the oven because my husband has the wax melt on. What is that, a cookie one?
What?
That smell is what?
That's the brownie one.
Brownie one. I keep thinking I have cookies baking in the oven. Oh my God, it's so nice. So, that's a funny thing. One of the ladies one of my YouTuber people, my friends, I call them my friends. She said something to me about, I forget what I was talking about. Let me think. My memory is so bad. She was talking about the wax melts, and I thought she said, I was talking about the wax melts, and I forgot that I was talking about that, and she said, and she wrote a comment and said, I really like the wax melt, I love wax melts, and I really like them and all that, and then she said, oh yeah, and I really like the caramel cheesecake ones, they're really, they're awesome. So I said, oh my God, I thought she said cookie. Oh yeah, she did. She said, the caramel cheesecake cookies, I really like them. I thought she was talking about cookies, regular cookies. So I said, oh my goodness, I got to look up that recipe on Pinterest. I want to make that. So I went to Pinterest and I found recipes and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make this and all that. And she's like, oh no, I was talking about the wax melts. Like, oh. I thought you were talking about the caramel cheesecake cookies, which happened to be a thing, and she didn't even know that. I don't know if she knew that or whatever, but it was like so funny. I'm like, no. She's like, no, I was talking about the wax melts, not the real cookies. I'm like, oh. But now I had the recipe for the cookies, and I got the stuff today. I'm gonna make those caramel cheesecake cookies. But I thought it was so funny. She was talking about the wax melts, I was talking about the cookies. I'm telling you guys. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. So much fun. So much fun. Okay, so I put garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm going to put some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put some soy sauce in here, just to give it a little flavor. There's pepper. Now, if it was me just eating this and I'll add it to my own food, I would put in some sweet and sour sauce, but my husband doesn't like sweet and savory, so I can't do it. I could put a tiny bit in, he wouldn't know the difference, but I'll just add it to my own dish. I'm also going to put a little bit of Worcestershire in here, a little bit of Worcestershire and a little bit of, sometimes I even put like a little steak sauce in my stir fries. So good. It's like a little tangy, so you got to be a little careful with that. Because another thing, my husband is going to hang. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Because husbands, you know, they mean something. Yeah. Alright, soy sauce. Sometimes I will put a little bit of the, I'll be right there, guys. Where is the Worcestershire? Sometimes I'll even put a little bit of the sesame oil in. It depends on how, you know, Asian or Chinese I want it. I really don't want it that way tonight. I just want a little flavor. So I'm just putting some Worcestershire because that's like a deep kind of meat flavor that gives it really nice flavor. And if I wanted to, I could add a little bit more water to this and then put some cornstarch in it for a little sauce, but I don't know. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do it. We like a little juice, so maybe I'll do that tonight. Let's put a little bit of water. I'm going to put a little bit of water, and then I'm going to do water with cornstarch. Just a little bit. I'll show you. I haven't even looked at this freaking battery. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Shoot, I gotta look at it. Oh God, I'm nervous. All right, let's put some cornstarch in here. Gotta look at it, guys. Gotta look at it. I put some cornstarch and some water in here. Just give it a good mix. Some people salt their mixtures. I don't need to. And you gotta have a little bit of water in here, otherwise you're not gonna have any water to become a little sauce, you know. So don't be afraid. It'll all come together. So let this come to a little boil, because anything thickens up when it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil. So I'm just opening that up a little bit. That's a little trick. So I'm gonna add a little bit more cornstarch to this because I think it needs it. I don't think that's enough. Just a little bit. And then
Wore me out shopping today, woman.
we're gonna eat. Why are you limping?
Huh?
You look like you're limping a little bit.
Oh, my back hurts. You wore me out shopping today.
I wore him out shopping.
You did.
This looks good, guys.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, he always says that. I'll be the judge if it's good. Rice is done. Like I said, I'll add a little pat of butter to this when we're ready. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna taste it. Oh, well, I better not do it with my spoon because Linda. Oh my God, guys, the chicken broth, I'm telling you, the bouillon, it just gives it such a nice flavor. You just like with bouillon, again, you gotta be careful that you don't go overboard because it could be salty.
Did you say dinner?
Dinner's almost ready. And you see, guys, now it's becoming thick, see? See, now it's a nice little thick sauce. And if you add too much, which to me it's a little bit too thick, I'll add a little bit more water to it. Just to give it more, because now to me it's a little bit too thick.
Hey now, hey now.
Oh shit, I almost got my whole phone wet.
That wouldn't have been too good.
So there we go, guys, see? Look at that, look at that. Oh. All right.
You say I got issues.
I definitely have issues. So listen, I'm gonna get my plate together. We're gonna eat, and then I'm gonna come back with my peace quote, and I have a couple of shout outs that I want to do. I'm gonna start doing this shout out thing. I'll tell you about it in a little while. All right, so let me get my plate. Everything is all done, guys. See? Look at that, the rice, everything. We're gonna eat, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so here is my plate. You see there's rice underneath here. I just have a little bit of rice. I didn't take a lot, but guys, it's so freaking yummy.
Woo!
Let me take, that's my son. Guys, look at that. Awesome. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, so I'm back. So here is the quote for today. Now, this is out of the kindness book again. Yesterday I did the kindness. Today I'm doing it again. Awesome. I saw this, and this really, really resonated with me. You should act toward the stranger who lives among you as you would toward one born among you. Love him as you love yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Again, you should act toward the stranger who lives among you as you would toward one among you, one born among you. Love him as you love yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord of your God. Guys, this is the beginning part is what I'm really interested in. You should act towards a stranger who lives among you as you would toward one born among you. Love him as you love yourself. Because no matter what, even if they're not your blood family, they're still human. They're a human being. Okay? So give the stranger the same respect and compassion you would give somebody who's of your own blood or related to. That is the kind thing to do. I'm going to read it one more time, and I'm only going to read the first one. You should act toward the stranger who lives among you as you would towards the one born among you. Love him as you love yourself. That's kindness, guys. That's kindness. Love him as you love yourself. Just think about that. That's a really, really good verse. And I think it's very, very telling. Because again, it comes into last night's, if you want to treat people how you want to be treated. That's what you have to relate to. You have to look back and say, wait a minute, what if I was treated that way? How would I feel? And put yourself in other people's positions. And then you can see, and that'll give you more empathy and more compassion for others, and be more kind. And in the words of Sarah Pog, who was a beautiful young woman, mother of two, a nice, beautiful husband and a family, whole life ahead of her, 36 years old, 34, I think she was 36, 35, maybe 34. She passed away like 3-4 months ago of melanoma, cancer. And she always said at the end of her videos, and her husband, who does it still, go to the Pog family if you want to check them out. He still does the channel, and he's awesome. They have 2 little kids. She used to always say, be kind and make good choices. And that's what he wears hats to say that, shirts, and just be kind and make good choices. In the words of Sarah Pog, be kind and make good choices. So I always tease my husband. I always say that. Today we were in the car and he was getting a little antsy with some people in traffic and stuff. I'm like, listen, be kind and make good choices. I always say that to him. It means a lot, guys. It really is it really does mean a lot. So anyway, God bless her and everybody else. And that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, one more thing. I want to shout out somebody today who shouted me out and who's been very, very sweet to me, who's talked about me on her channel. Very, very sweet lady. Her name is Courtney. I hope it's okay if I say her name, Courtney, from the Little Gingerbread House. Yes, the Little Gingerbread House, 6,000. 6,000? Yes. Go and check out her channel, guys. She's a doll. She's so, so sweet. She does the prettiest things, like a showing of the holiday stuff and her kitchen and just her cooking. And she goes out to her family's house and shows all their little trinkets and everything. It's just a really, really nice channel. Really sweet. She does a lot of good things, a lot of good meals and stuff. Go check her out. Our Little Gingerbread House, 6,000. Courtney, go check her out. Thank you so much, Courtney, for always saying stuff about my channel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And today I'm going to shout out Courtney from this channel. And in a couple of days I'm going to shout out somebody else. Every couple of days I'm going to shout out somebody who I feel, not just who mentions me. This is what Courtney does. She shouts out new people and people's channels, which I think is very, very kind and nice of her to do. And I appreciate that so much. And like I said, I'm just going to start shouting out people who are new and just who are, building their channel and just who are having a good time and being kind and all of that. That's what I'm going to do. So today is her day. I'm starting out with her. Courtney, again, from Our Little Gingerbread House. Such a cute channel. Go check her out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because when you subscribe, you really help my channel grow, and I so appreciate all of you. Don't forget to hit that notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video, and you'll know when I do that. Like and share and comment down below. And don't forget that I love when you come into my kitchen with me and create, guys, in my home. I love all of you. And that's it. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.